I just feel like my brows look different to how they did before, and I really like it. You know, Dior, if you ever hear this, please add a mirror to this compact. We need it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Mothering in Style. If you're new here, my name's Sachoa, and if not and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my October favourites, all of the beauty products that I'm absolutely loving at the moment, and I thought rather than just show them to you, let me get ready and you can see me actually use them and we can have a bit of a chat. So let's get started. So first up is skincare, and if you follow me on Instagram or you've watched any of my previous videos, then you know I don't really like mixing up my routine very much. But I have tried this new cleanser, and this is from BYOMA, and I'm loving this. Really like it. It's the creamy jelly cleanser, and it says it's a triceramide complex with licorice root and green tea, and it's for a boosted barrier and better skin. And I've probably been using this for about a month now, and I really like it. I love that it lathers up, it gets really foamy. I feel like my skin is so clean after I've used this, and I love that my skin doesn't feel dried out afterwards either. It feels really balanced, and that's really important to me because I don't like products that I feel like it strips my skin. So this really doesn't do that. And aside from that, the packaging, I think this is just like such a brilliant idea in terms of packaging. If you're going to be going away, then this is great because it's just so easy to pack in your suitcase. It's a square and it's rectangular, so it's just really easy and it's not going to leak. It's got like a pump kind of applicator at the top here. I don't know much about the brand, but I really like this, and after having this for a few weeks I went out and bought the what's it called, a serum, and I'll come back and report on the serum because I've only used it for about a week, so I can't really attest to it yet, but yeah, watch this space. So next is makeup, and there's just a few makeup products that I've used recently that I'm really feeling have added to my routine, and I'm loving them. So I've already primed and powdered down my face as I always do, and next step for me is always brows, and for my brows I've really been loving this Got To Be brow gel, and I didn't know about this. I don't know where I've been, but I did not know about this. And it's the Got To Be brow and edges gel. And so you're supposed to be able to use it both on your brows and on your edges for your hair. I haven't really used it for my hair. I think I've maybe done it once, but something about putting this between my eyebrows and my hair just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know why. Like, I would just rather have one for my brows, one for my hair. I don't know why, but I just don't like that. But anyway, it just comes out like any brow gel on a spoolie like this. So how I normally apply this is I kind of just put it all through my brows. So I put my brows up and I just put it all through my brows first, and then I work on shaping them up. And I kind of take them up and out because I don't like it when they look too straight up, if that makes sense. So I kind of take them up and out. Then what I see people do is really flatten their brows to get that laminated effect, and I was doing that at this stage, but the past couple of times, it's literally been twice that I've used it, I've done it a bit differently. So I've applied it like I have now, and then I like to carve out the bottom just to give me an idea of the shape that I'm following. So I like to use a pencil for this because I just find it so much easier. And I really try and do this as lightly as possible. And then I go in with my brow pen to add really gentle hair-like strokes. And I just really try to be light-handed with this to just fill, I pretty much have to fill in my whole brows, but especially the ends. And then once I've done that, this is when I flatten them. And I don't know why, but I just feel like this has worked better for me. So I just use like the end of my, this is my concealer brush. And I just use that to really apply a bit of pressure and flatten my brows down like this. And obviously I don't have very full brows, so if you've got thicker brows to tame, this might be a bit more, you might need a bit more gel, or a bit more effort. But I just do that, and I feel like it just gives them this more like laminated effect. I really like it. I don't know if you can see on camera the difference that it makes. I just feel like this just stays in place and it still looks like hair-like strokes. I think that's the biggest thing. It really looks fluffy. So that is my new eyebrow technique that I'm liking. Yeah, I really like it. I hope that you can tell the difference, because I don't know how clear it is on camera, but I just feel like it makes a difference. I'm all convinced now. This is my new technique. This is only the third time I'm doing it, but I just feel like my brows look different to how they did before, and I really like it. Okay, let's move on. Next, I'm just gonna conceal. I'm using the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. One thing I've been trying to do actually is use a little bit less concealer, because I feel like when you use loads, that's why I'm kind of just doing this tapping motion, but I feel like when you use loads, it gets more cakey, and I'm really struggling with concealer getting in the lines under my eyes, which unfortunately I have. So I feel like if I use a little bit less, then it's a bit easier to kind of blend it out, and it reduces how cakey it gets. I think that's at least what I've been trying. So I'm just gonna put a bit of concealer on, and you know that I like to let that dry down, so let's just leave that, I think. And as that's drying down, we'll talk about my next favorite, and that is the Vitamin E Skincare Hydrating Mist. This is from Superdrug, Vitamin E is their range, and I love this. I saw someone mention this on TikTok, and I thought, oh, I'll buy this, and I think they were saying that this was a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury. Do I have it? Oh yeah. This was a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I don't think that's true at all, in my opinion. Like, to me, these are two totally different products, but because this is, I mean, how much is this? Like £25 a bottle? And I think this was about £4. I thought, oh, I'll try it and see. It's nothing like this, so if that was the reason you were buying it, you would be very much disappointed. But I really like this, as it's meant to really hydrate your skin, and it's actually supposed to be sprayed on your face as obviously a facial mist. I don't do that because I'm really bad at holding it far enough away. Like, every time I do it, I end up soaking wet, and it just stresses me out. So what I do use this for is spraying my makeup brushes before I apply my product. I used to use Fix Plus for that, but I started using this, and I feel like this is just as good as the Fix Plus, and it's a lot cheaper. So I 100% recommend. I'm gonna blend out my eyebrows because I can literally feel them drying down. Okay, I've blended out my eyebrows. It's like, I need to blend out my under eye. So yeah, I use this to spray on my brushes, and especially for products, cream products, like the, this is the E.L.F bronzer, the putty bronzer. Sometimes I spray it inside the actual pot as well, and I just feel like it almost activates it and makes it kind of come to life, because these more creamy products can be like a little bit more difficult to blend out. So I'm just going to do my bronzer and my blush before my under eye sets too much. The shade that I'm using, okay, my camera just died and we still haven't blended out the under eye, so I'm feeling very stressed. It's not gonna budge. So I'm quickly doing my blush because I really feel I have to do my blush before my under eye. And again, I just spray my brush with this, make sure it's not too wet. And we're gonna do this super quick because we're gonna hope that that under eye will blend out, but I don't know. Oh well, these things happen. Okay, that's fine. Let's do all these eyes. You know what? This brush isn't on my list of favourites, but I actually really love it. And now I'm wondering, oh, it's the E.L.F Flawless Concealer brush. And I was strictly a sponge girl when it came to brushes, but you know what? I love this. I feel like I'm getting a better blend with the brush than I am with a sponge. Like, I often feel like the sponge just sucks up all the product, and then it gets a bit patchy. So I like using a brush now to at least do the initial blend, and then sometimes I'll go in with a sponge after to make sure it's really flawless. I feel like this is good. And considering that had been drying for like, it was a good 5 minutes. And I think that the spray is helping with this. Yeah, I love this. Really, really love it. 100% recommend. I'm gonna go in with my foundation. So I think I'm gonna use a bit of a mixture. I've really been loving this E.L.F. Halo Glow liquid filter, but I do feel like, I don't know, maybe it's with the weather changing. I just feel like it's a little bit too glowy sometimes. What I'm finding a perfect combination is using that and the Rare Beauty tinted moisturiser I love, but today I'm actually going to use the DIOR. I don't think I've mixed these two before, but I'm going to mix them today. So I'm just using like a tiny bit of the DIOR. It's not a lot at all, and you can see how much I put on my face of the Flawless filter. It's like, again, it's a tiny amount, but I think I'm just gonna try mixing these because I do like the slight glowy finish that the E.L.F. has. I did wet my brush with the SUPERDRUGE spray, which I think just makes all my products apply so seamlessly. I'm gonna say actually, I like that spray better than Fix Plus, and I have used MAC Fix Plus for like the better part of my life, and yeah, I'm not sure I'm going back to it. And those are bold words, but it's the truth. I think the skin is really skinning. I think those two together are gonna be my go-to because I just think they're friends. They're working together really well. Right, let's get this set so that I can show you my next favourite. So I'm using a combination of honey and translucent medium deep. I dip my powder puff into both, the medium deep first and the honey on top, and then I just kind of blot that off onto my hand to mix the two together. And then I go in under my eye. The trick that I've learned on TikTok is to reset under my eye first to make sure that there's nothing in my creases, because that is like my constant struggle in life, is the creases under these eyes. And then I go in with the powder puff. The powder puff is new for me. I'm normally used to use a brush or a sponge, but I'm still trying this out. I think I quite like it, but I feel like I'm still on a journey with a powder puff, and I need to get one of those triangular ones that helps you to get right in the corners. For now, this is what I've been doing, and then I'll just go back in again on the back of my hand to pick up a bit more product. And then, I mean, to be honest with you, I think I put too much on that other eye, but... And then, as you know, I don't bake, so I'm going straight in to dust that off. That's it all dusted off, and for me, that's just the perfect balance of under eye. Like, I don't want it too bright. I feel like it's a little bit brighter and has that dimension to my face, but it's not too pow. So that is the new combo and the way that I've been applying it, and I really like how it's come out. I'm just gonna do my eyes off camera and then come back because my last few favorites are more at the end of my routine. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Final favorites. You know what, I'm looking at my makeup thinking what is off, and it's an inner corner highlight. What am I thinking? We need an inner corner situation. Definitely. I just can't do my makeup without an inner corner highlight. I just need it. Okay, yeah. I feel complete. So my next two favorites, again, still beauty ones, are my DIOR. This is the DIOR Face and Body Powder. So this is basically the powder of the foundation that I'm using. And I wear the same shade in this, or no, actually, sorry, I wear the shade 6 Neutral in this. And I normally use 6.5 in the foundation. So I don't think they have the same number of shades in the powder, but this I just use as an all over finishing powder. I also like to kind of use a smaller brush and really set under my eyes again with it. And I find that when I do that, I'm like double setting my under eye. That is helping with the lines situation. But I don't know if we're gonna get to a point where there's no lines. I just don't think I don't know, that skin, isn't it? I'm gonna have lines under my eyes and the makeup's gonna get in them. I just think that's just the nature of the game. But I use this normally with a bigger brush, but I don't know where my bigger brush is, but I use this small brush to set underneath my eyes. And I really like this because I would say, rather than a matte finish, I would say this is a satin finish. It doesn't have a lot of pigment in it. It's definitely more of like a mattifying powder. Before, I used to be all about a matte powder, but now I like the satin finish that this gives me. And I do think that if I want to top up my makeup during the day or I get really shiny, that going in with this does help. My only fault with this product is that there's no mirror inside it. And that drives me mad. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have bought this if I'd realized that that was what the packaging was like, because in the store, they've only got these swatches out, so you don't know what the actual final packaging is going to be. And when I opened it, I was so disappointed, because obviously the purpose of a compact product is that you're going to use it on the go. So it makes no sense to me as to why Dior would not put a mirror in here. Like, why would there not be a mirror in here? It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, you know, Dior, if you ever hear this, please add a mirror to this compact. We need it. My final makeup beauty favourite is this lip gloss from NYX, and it's the NYX Butter, is it NYX or NYX? I never know. It's the Butter Gloss in Lava Cake. I love this, and I know everyone goes on about the Fenty hot chocolate. That's what everyone is wearing now, and black girls are loving it, but I actually haven't tried that. I do think it looks nice, but I think it's very hyped. Like, I feel like I don't understand what's so revolutionary about it. Maybe I need to try it and then I'll be convinced. And I think I only have one Fenty gloss, but you know what has really put me off getting another one is in Sephora. I tried that gold glittery one because I really like the idea of like a shimmery gold to go on top of my nudes. And I swatched it on my finger and then I tried a little bit on my lips. When I tell you my lips were burning, like, I went over somewhere else to go look at some other product and I was with my sister and I was like, my lips are burning. Like, they were just really, they felt itchy. I had to wipe that off straight away because I thought I was gonna wake up with my lips huge. And that never happened. But the way that product irritated my lips as soon as I applied it has just made me really nervous about buying another Fenty gloss, or like especially a shimmery one, because whatever they put in that gloss to make that gold shimmery, my skin did not like it. So that just makes me feel a little bit nervous. But anyway, I digress. This to me looks very similar without the shimmery element, but it is a dark brown gloss, and that's why I just don't feel that desperation to try the Fenty one. So I'm just going to show you how I use it as part of my nude lip combo. So I used Chestnut around the outside of my lips, as I always do. Have we found a lip liner that compares to Chestnut? I just don't think we have. And then I'm just blending it in. And then, I used Bad in There from MAC in the middle as the lipstick, and then I used the Butter Gloss to go over where I lined my lips. Then I used the Maybelline Lift Gloss in the middle to go over the nude. And I just love it. I feel like it gives such a juicy lip. But putting this over your liner, I don't know, I feel like it just adds more dimension to a nude lip. But I'm so converted now. Using 2 lip glosses, it has changed the game. It's just a different, I don't know, I just used to use 1 lip gloss over everything and I thought that was enough, but it's not enough. 2 lip glosses is just perfect. So the next favourite that I wanted to share with you, you actually saw me use in my last video, and that is the Kera Silk and Seal Liquid Sheen. And hear me out, because you're probably thinking, Jo, you've used this twice, but I've used it, how many times have I used it? When I've actually washed my hair and done my hair from scratch, I've probably used it 3 times, but I've been using it kind of in between to refresh my hair, both my hair and also when I've been wearing wigs. I really like this on my wigs, which I wasn't sure if I was going to, because I don't put a lot of product on the actual hair of my wigs because I just feel like I don't like that super slicked look and I don't like the wigs to get greasy. So I've always been really cautious. Apart from using wax at the top, I don't really put much in the hair. But this, I'm just finding like a couple of spritz of this and really running my fingers through it gives my hair such a good shine. And so I've been really liking using it on my wigs. And then in terms of like my natural hair, I've been using this when I blow dry and straighten my hair, love it. And then again, if I feel like my hair's just looking a bit dull and I don't want to add a lot of product that's going to weigh down my hair, then I feel like this, it's just perfect. I really, really like this. The next product is a body care product, and that is the AVEENO Skin Relief Body Oil Spray. And this I bought because of Melissa's wardrobe on Instagram, and I literally feel like half the world bought this because of her. I love AVEENO and I've used AVEENO on my skin for years. I have really dry skin on my body. I get eczema, in particular patches of my skin, mainly like my elbows, the inside of my elbows, the back of my neck. I get patches of eczema, and I find that AVEENO is just an amazing cream for keeping my skin hydrated and not feeling like I've just put a cream on and my skin feels great for half an hour and then I feel dry later. AVEENO for me is the only cream I've tried that really gives me that feeling of my skin feeling moisturized all day. It's the only one. This I have been using on top of my moisturizer, so I use the AVEENO cream first. Have I got one? Oh, I do. I use the AVEENO Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion. That I use first, and that is it's the blue one, and this is for very dry skin. And then I go back in with the oil, and it's just, I'll show you. It's just a spray, sort of spray out like this, and it just gives you this really like glowy feel. It smells amazing and it's not sticky, because some of these spray oils can, like, I don't know, leave your skin just feeling that little bit sticky, but with this there's no stick and it does give you a nice kind of glow, we'll say. I personally don't feel I could use this by itself. I would need to use the cream as well, so I use both. This is the only body oil I've really like given a full chance, and I absolutely love it. This one, 10 out of 10. I just love it. The smell, even just the smell alone gives it a 10. Right guys, those are all of my favourites. If you've tried any of them before, let me know what your thoughts are down below, or if there's anything that you're going to try next. I will link everything in the description box. If you haven't subscribed and you've made it this far in the video, then I think you know what you need to do. Just click the red button, subscribe wherever it is. I would love for you to join the family, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.